take this party to my apartment or what?
Hope you have a big breast and everything.
Andy, a 40-year-old single man who has never had sex before. During a game, his co-workers figures it out that he is a virgin. After a brief spell of embarrassment, everyone in the store is set out to help Andy get laid. To achieve that, they try parties, clubs, and a lot more. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to our channel. The movie begins as we meet Andy. He lives in a downstairs apartment and is unusually organized and tidy. He has a massive collection of action figures in video games. He also has a high-tech video game system and even a video chair for playing his games. This is the perfect 20-year-old's apartment. Unfortunately, he is 40. As he wakes up, we watch as he struggles to pee with a boner and then make a perfect breakfast omelette with fruit and juice. Again, everything is neat, organized and well planned out. He goes out and chill chats with the upstairs neighbor and his wife, making plans to come over to watch Survivor. He gets on his bike and rides to work. He works at a giant electronics store. He works in the inventory control room, away from the public. He is actually a very nice guy, but his co-worker thinks he is weird and possibly a serial killer. One day his co-workers discover that they are one person short for a poker party they are planning later that night, so they decide to ask Andy. He accepts their offer. Much to their surprise, Andy is great and beats them all. Everyone sitting around swapping sex stories, and when it comes to Andy, he makes something up and it's obvious he's lying. They call him out and ultimately it is revealed that he's a virgin. Andy rides home in shame and completely embarrassed and ready to quit his job. He's up all night and just can't stop thinking about the humiliation that awaits him in the morning. The next morning, he cautiously enters the workplace and everything is fine at first, and then one by one different co-workers start making cracks at him. He runs out of the place in shame, but one of his poker buddies stop him, and eventually all his buddies get together and make it their personal goal to help him get laid. He goes to various different parties, clubs, but none of them seem to work. The group decide that he needs to have his checks waxed in order to sleep with a woman. The hair removal turns out to be extreme torture and pain. At a bar one night, they advise him on finding a drunk girl to take her home. He does, but since he does not have a car or license, the drunk girl gets to drive the car, almost killing him, and the evening ends with her throwing up on him. She offers to have sex with him, but he turns her down. One day at work, he's forced to work out on the floor for a bit and meets Trish. Trish owns a small store across the street called We Sell Your Stuff on eBay. The two hit it off and she gives him her phone number. He tells his buddies about her, but they insist that if he really loves her, he can't have sex with her until he loses his virginity. If his first time is not anything good, then it will be a bad start to the relationship, which might freak her out. Again, they try to hook him up, but nothing seems to work. Finally, after a date with Trish, it looked like he's actually going to get laid. They are on her bed making out when she goes into her bathroom to get ready. She tells him that there are condoms in the drawer, but check the expiration date because they are pretty old. He starts reading instructions and such, not quite sure how to use one. He goes through a dozen of them, just trying to get one on, when suddenly Trish's daughter and boyfriend walk in. Her daughter is pissed and she and her mom get into a huge argument. The boyfriend looks down on what looks like a dozen used condoms laying on the bed and whispers to Andy, "Teach me." Andy and Trish decide to put off sex for a while and just get to know each other. They decide to wait until their 20th date to have intimacy. They have many dates and Andy and Trish's daughter are actually becoming quite close. Trish helps him with his dream of opening his own electronics store by selling some of his collection at her eBay store. Things are going just great between the two of them. One day, Trish goes over to Andy's apartment and finds a collection of porn that one of Andy's buddies gave him. Trish can't believe what she has seen and freaks out. She rushes out and Andy chases after her, and the chase ends with Andy crashing his bike into a billboard truck, landing right in front of her. As she is leaning over him, he finally confesses that he is a virgin. The two share a passionate kiss. The next thing we know, it's their wedding day. On the wedding night, they finally make love. She tells him, "Congratulations, you are officially not a virgin." This encounter lasts for 1 minute. She asks if he wants to do it again. He says sure. 2 hours later, we see them lying in bed with big smiles on their faces. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comment section below which movie you want us to recap next. As always, until the next time.